That which offers no resistance overcomes the hardest substance. That which yields can enter where there is no space. These words are attributed to Lao Tzu, a figure wrapped in mystery. Whether he truly lived or not remains uncertain, but tradition places him around the 5th or 6th century BCE, a contemporary of Confucius. What is certain, however, is the timeless impact of the work credited to him, the Tao Te Ching, the foundation of Taoist philosophy and one of the most translated books in human history. At the heart of Taoism lies a paradoxical principle known as Wu Wei, often translated as non-action or effortless action. It does not mean doing nothing, but rather acting without force, without resistance, and without unnecessary struggle. In modern terms, it resembles what athletes call the zone, a state where action flows naturally without tension or overthinking. Time softens, effort disappears, and everything unfolds as it should. This is the philosophy of flow. Taoism teaches that life is meant to be lived in harmony with the Tao, also called the Way. Yet the Tao itself cannot be defined. Lao Tzu begins the Tao Te Ching with a warning. The Tao that can be spoken is not the eternal Tao. The moment we try to describe it, we lose it. The Tao is not something we see, touch, or fully understand. It is an all-encompassing force beyond perception. And although we can never grasp it completely, Taoism teaches that we can still align ourselves with it, much like the Stoic idea of living according to nature. But how do we do that? Taoist texts offer no rigid methods, no step-by-step systems. Instead, they point towards stillness of mind, humility, restraint of the senses, and the release of excessive striving. Stillness does not mean inactivity. It means being so present that action becomes effortless, sharp, precise, and frictionless. This state is often described as ecstatic clarity. Basketball legend Bill Russell once described such moments. It was almost as if we were playing in slow motion. I could sense how the next play would unfold. A similar idea appears in the Taoist text Zhuangzi through the story of Cook Ting, a butcher whose knife had remained sharp for 19 years. While ordinary cooks dulled their blades through force and hacking, Cook Ting moved with spirit, not effort. He followed the natural openings of the ox, never cutting against resistance. His secret was gentleness. This reflects one of Taoism's most profound teachings. Softness overcomes hardness. Force may achieve results, but it wastes energy and causes damage. Flow, on the other hand, knows when to act and when not to. It moves between extremes, not too tense, not too passive, the quiet middle path between anxiety and boredom. This philosophy directly challenges the Western obsession with control, ambition, and constant striving. We are taught to push harder, dominate circumstances, and force outcomes, yet burnout, anxiety, and exhaustion are everywhere. We often mistake non-action for laziness, when in truth, it is awareness without resistance. Nature itself is proof. Life, Taoism says, is like a river. The river already has a course. We can fight the current, cling to branches, or surrender and move with the flow. Most of the time, we fight believing we must control everything to survive. Yet, we control almost nothing. Not our heartbeat, not digestion, not healing, not other people, not the future, not even love. When we stop resisting, we align with the current. This is the path of least resistance, not passive, but intelligent. Navigation instead of domination. Water is Taoism's greatest symbol. Soft, humble, and yielding, yet unstoppable. The highest good is like water. It benefits all things without competing. Water seeks low places, asks for nothing, and yet nourishes everything. It has no ambition, yet shapes mountains. It is gentle, but nothing overcomes hardness better than it. When we enter a state of flow, one thing disappears completely: attachment to results. This echoes the Stoic idea of amor fati, loving the outcome, whatever it may be, and focusing entirely on what is within reach, the present moment. Whether in sport, writing, art, or movement, flow dissolves the past and future. There is no pressure, no fear, no outcome obsession, only action, happening now. And the only way to enter this state is by letting go. Let go of control. Let go of resistance. Let go of the past and the future. Stop swimming against the river. Release the branches and allow life to move through you effortlessly. Thank you for watching.